her online crowd. Our mission here is to explore how these online spaces really host this fascinating mix of human expression, shifting social dynamics, and sometimes just truly bizarre, unfiltered stuff. Let's dive in.
Yeah, it's pretty wild how fast it unfolds. So we start with Bikini's grand return post, November 20th. She's back from a trip. Tons of emojis presenting this perfect, happy image online.
Right, and it takes almost no time for that image to get, complicated. Brenda Sue Johnson jumps right in with leaving and also super snarky. But then Sharon K. Peterson is totally supportive. What's your take on that immediate clash?
Well, it really shows how performative these online personas can be, and maybe how fragile. That quick switch from curated positivity to instant conflict, it just highlights how tension, real or perceived, bubbles up so fast in these public forums. And it escalates quick. Later that night, Gicken Lee posts, "Kids hate her lol." Just typical teen drama stuff.
Okay.
But Brenda Sue comments something about skid mark keychain mattresses.
Whoa,
and
man.
Gicken Lee just fires back, "You fat bitch."
Wow. That jump from a simple complaint to real venom is something. What does that tell us about interacting online, you think, with that digital distance?
Yeah, it seems like that distance just dissolves inhibitions, right? You get interactions that are way more aggressive than you'd likely see face to face. And that unfiltered thing isn't just conflict. There's this AI slop post.
Ah, yes, the Farkas Durpin slapper clapper shiny test.
Exactly. Gicken Lee thinks it's so deep, speaks to the soul. But Brenda Sue, she's just like, it means some kid got bored, Gicken Lee. What jumps out at you there?
That's like what?
They're not even in the same reality interpreting that. Precisely. It's subjectivity laid bare. Yeah. One person sees deep meaning, the other sees, nothing much. Online content just becomes the screen for projection, doesn't it? Often totally separate from objective reality. Then, November 21st, this mysterious event post pops up. Cryptic. Today, at 7, is the banishing.
Okay.
And Brenda Sue, ever the skeptic, is right there. Is this another one of your pyramid scheme things, Gicken Lee? Shows some existing distrust, maybe?
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's history there. And then later that day, the inappropriate locket post, Gicken Lee's face and the word thong. Her caption is just, "You ask girls." Brenda Sue says, "My goodness." And Gicken Lee snaps back, "Brenda, you are such a prude. Live a little, hun." So it's so personal, but so public.
It really is. It's like the traditional idea of private just completely breaks down. And that trend continues, maybe even gets more intense on November 22nd with what we started calling the out-of-pocket rants.
Oh, yeah, these are quite something. They really push the boundaries of public sharing. You've got Brenda Sue talking about her cat's hairball looking exactly like my neighbor's little dog.
Graphy.
Then Shally Ho's DTOS tea story claims she shed 5 pounds of pure evil and shat out an entire cucumber.
No!
And Shannon Debussy suggesting a cheese grater pedicure, collect the skin for plants, calls it free Parmesan cheese.
Just wow. Even Gicken Lee chimes in more relatably about a food coma from cheesy puffs.
Right. A bit more normal there. But these other posts show just how uninhibited the sharing gets. Public, private, the line's basically gone.
Exactly, but then it gets darker.
Yeah. Margaret Marianne Sue posts this really shocking thing about hitting a baby with her car with these awful hashtags like hashtag baby Sarah's Millie, hashtag car accident, hashtag I'm so quirky, hashtag hey, hi to Gary in my car.
And Lisa M. Davis talks about her dog's loudest, most vile fart, leading to hashtags like hashtag euthanasia needed, hashtag sick freak.
And look, for you listening, we need to be clear. We're sharing this directly from the source, verbatim. It's to show the extreme, unfiltered, sometimes really disturbing nature of what gets shared online. We're not endorsing it, just showing the reality of the source material.
It's crucial context. It really underscores the sheer range of human expression, from mundane to truly extreme, that you find online. And almost like a weird palate cleanser, later that day, Gicken Lee posts a Minion Wisdom meme, shine bright.
Such a jarring contrast after everything else that day.
Totally.
So, wrapping this up, what does this specific feed tell us? This deep dive shows this huge spectrum of online self-expression. You get the mundane, the supportive, the bizarre, the confrontational, and yeah, sometimes the deeply disturbing and unfiltered. It's like a tiny snapshot showing how human interaction is changing, how those traditional boundaries are maybe fading online.
Right. So maybe the thought to leave you with is this. Considering this raw glimpse into just one online community, what does it really reveal about the shifting boundaries, or maybe the lack of boundaries in our digital lives? And how do we even begin to navigate such a diverse, unfiltered landscape of shared human experience?